But Jesus says, when you pray, you know what that tells me? That prayer is a given. Prayer is a given. That's like saying, hey, when you eat today, you know I can say that because you're probably going to eat today. When you go to bed tonight, because you're going to probably at some point, even if it's late, you're going to at some point have to rest your head. Jesus says, when you pray, because it's a given that we're praying. Look at verse 16, by the way. He says, moreover, when you fast. And a lot of believers they think that fasting is not for our time, for our generation. A lot of people think that fasting is something that they did, or we say, well, fasting is not important. I heard a podcast the other day. They were talking about fasting. They were talking about baptism. They were talking about these things and saying, well, those things aren't necessary. They're not necessary for salvation, but how are you living the Christian life apart from being in God's will? The one who saved you gave you a prescription on how you ought to live. Now, why would you do it a different way?